This is another episode of the Decoy Sports Podcast. All right, we are back for another week of the Decoy Sports Podcast. My name is Jackson. I'm with my best mate here, Joel.
Hey matey, how are you going?
Good to have you back, mate.
It's good to be back. I was pretty fucked last week.
I heard a couple of the listeners weren't too happy listening to me for an hour 20. I don't think many people got through that one.
The hard listening, mate.
Mate, fuck.
Good on you for having a crack.
It was a punish fucking doing that.
I couldn't talk to myself for that long.
It was all right doing it. I looked at the time. I was like, holy shit, it's been like an hour 20 when I finished. I didn't even know I talked that long, but putting it together, like doing the editing for it. Oh,
rough.
God.
You would have had to have a few bevies with that.
Mate, it was awful. Anyway, it's good to have you back.
Thanks, mate. Good to be back.
Just before we get started into the weekly news, I wanted to talk about yesterday you put up a photo on Instagram and you looked awfully like someone I know.
It's so rough. So rough.
For those of you that didn't see, it will be Joel's display picture this week on the podcast. But
Alan or Joel?
It'll be Alan, not Joel. So Alan from the Hangover. As we all know, Joel's recently had a baby and
just in dad mode.
He had a strap onto the front of him and had his sunnies on, the big old beard, and fuck me, he looked identical to Alan from the Hangover.
I'm just being a dad, mate.
Oh, the resemblance is uncanny, mate. Tell ya, Jesus.
Yeah, a bit rough, but anyway.
Oh well. All right, let's get into the games, mate.
Let's do it.
Not the games, sorry, the weekly news. The weekly news this week, we'll start off with RTS is returning to the Warriors. How long was the deal again? Was it 3?
3, I thought.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
We think 3 years. Mm-hmm. Where do you reckon he'll play?
Yeah, I had to think about this over the weekend. I thought possibly centers.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, like hard to take Chance out of the back.
Yeah.
He's been playing pretty good. I guess he's center and then depth as fullback.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I thought that, but then the more I thought about it, I just think he's so good at fullback. I just don't think, and Chance has played centers a fair bit. He played a little bit for the Raiders, but he's played for New Zealand and stuff as well, right? Like he played rep New Zealand.
But isn't that why he left New Zealand to start with?
Maybe, but
I think because he wanted to play fullback, they didn't have an opportunity for him there.
Yeah, for sure.
And then now RTS is going to go back there and then possibly not play fullback again.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
It's RTS.
Yeah, I understand. He's going to make any team better.
Yeah,
but still,
I think you got to remember though. You're saying that, but in a way, I feel like he left because he wasn't even playing.
Yeah, true.
He wasn't even making the team, bro.
Yeah.
Like half the time last year, he didn't even play.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he was in centers.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe when he first comes back into the team, he goes center or wing.
Yeah.
And
I
see what happens.
It's going to be probably they'll probably play around and see what works, I reckon. But I just think you lose so much from RTS. I think he's probably got at least a couple years he could probably still play fullback.
Yeah.
Maybe
was he 30 or something?
I think he is.
29?
You could probably play him at least another couple.
Yeah.
And then maybe move him in the centers. And it depends if you want to preserve him or whatever. But then at the end of the day, he's making less tackles if he's at fullback. So you're trying to preserve him anyway.
Yeah.
He just has to bob around the field a little bit more.
Yeah, just run around a bit more. Less contact, right?
Less contact, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah.
I like it, though.
Great move for him.
Oh, man. I was
especially the way they're doing this year.
Secretly hoping he'd go to Newcastle, but as if.
Well, yeah, they were saying about return to the Roosters, and I wanted it to happen, but I was also like, where the fuck would he play?
Yeah, where the fuck do we get the money from? Oh, wait, hang on.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
We know that. But yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on. Speaking of the Roosters, Sammy Walker being dropped to reserve grade this week.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I agree with it.
Yeah. It's harsh, but
it is harsh.
They had to make a move.
Yeah, someone had to go.
Someone had to, and they're probably going to make the kid go, right. Like he's only 20.
Yeah, it's going to do in the world of good.
There.
Yeah, it'll do in the world of good.
People playing it up too much, saying it's fucking. I don't know. He's done or not done, but you know what I mean. They're probably playing it up a little bit more than it really is at the end of the day. How many times has he dropped people and they've come back and better,
bigger and better, and then they stay not dropped.
Yeah,
like they stay in the team.
It happened to him like a couple of years ago. They dropped him out for a few weeks, and they come back onto the bench and stuff.
Yeah, I guess like it's sort of like PTSD for the whole Kyle Flanagan thing, right? Like he got dropped, came back, got dropped again.
It's also he's a victim of like the Roosters just having such a fucking gun squad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got so many weapons. You need to play them, and sometimes, especially like the Manus and stuff, they're not probably getting what we need out of them because they don't have like the ball or like whatever. So,
man. Like if the team's not performing at a standard where like Robbo wants them to be playing, like he's going to be the first one to go, right? The halfback's always on the chopping block.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Tigers.
I actually don't like last week. He wasn't great. Yeah. He made, I think he made like 7 missed tackles or something like that.
Yeah.
And he did get targeted a little bit, but, the few weeks before that, I think he missed like 1 tackle in 4 weeks. His defense was a lot better.
His goal kicking.
His goal kicking's been great. Like who's going to goal kick for him now? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who comes in and kicks? Actually, I haven't even thought about that.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone on the team. Just Takayaho used to kick, but
Bradley
he's gone.
Kicks sometimes, doesn't he?
Nah, Bradley doesn't kick. I don't actually know.
What I'm thinking.
I don't know who's going to kick. Fucking hell. Hopefully it won't matter. We'll put 50 on him just through tries. But it's a weird one in terms of like,
it had to happen.
It had to happen, but then he hasn't been that bad other than last week, as I said. Like he's been setting up a few tries, like bobbing around, and probably just as much as Cleary has, to be honest. But they're always going to stick probably with the vet over the over the rookie.
Yeah, totally.
And here's our future at the end of the day.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere, dude. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. And he'll be all the more better for it. Like go carve up in Reggie's for like 2 weeks.
Exactly.
A week probably. And he'll be back.
Yeah. The question I had, I was thinking this like when all this sort of happened. So the whole reason like Latrell left the Roosters, right? He had another year on his podcast. I had another year on his contract, is what I should have said. Before he left the Roosters, and then like he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go test the waters," and they're like, "Whatever." And then he came back, and they were like, "Well, we said if you leave, like that's it," kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you reckon if they just said like, because he wanted to leave to play fullback, right?
Yeah.
What if they just moved him to 6? He's clearly got the kicking game. He's clearly got the ball handling that we like, silky ball handling. 6, you don't have to like he can defend in the centers, so he's defending one more in. Like he can clearly defend that position.
Yeah.
He probably has to do less work in terms of like fullbacks are very like you need to run out from the back and all this stuff. Like all you have to do is be in that attacking, like probably stick to one side of the field. It's almost a better position for him. Like I think.
Well, 5'8" and fullbacks are pretty much the same thing these days.
That's
right?
what I mean. But then you're almost just sticking to one side of the field and just having to tackle a little bit more. But he used to tackle at fucking center anyway.
Yeah.
And he's a big player. Like people wouldn't run at him really anyway in terms of like, they run at the small sort of things. They wouldn't target him, would they? So like, do you reckon in hindsight, the Roosters should have kept him?
Was he going to go anyway? Like he always wanted to play for Rabbits, I think.
I don't think so.
His old man's like from there. Like
I think that's more of like a now thing.
Yeah. Like that's it.
He wanted to re-sign. He did, but he was like, I want to play fullback. And we're like, well, we're not letting Teddy go.
Yeah.
But like that was when Sammy was just sort of, he was on the brink, but we weren't like, he hadn't cemented anything because then he came in that next year when he left.
Yeah. But the Roosters like already identify Sam Walker as being,
that's what I mean. But imagine if Sam wasn't in the picture.
Yeah, but he is.
I know, but I'm saying in hindsight, mate. You fucking idiot. You fucking play the game with me.
I refuse.
But
yeah, no.
I was just trying to say, like in hindsight, can you imagine if they kept him and like played him at 6? I genuinely think like, okay, you take out the year we like had all those injuries and stuff. I genuinely think last year we could have won the Prem if he was at 6 for us.
Yeah, it would have been a different team.
Imagine that.
He's so like Walker's good and he's creative and all that, but he's not Latrell, obviously, right?
And Latrell, like at 6, you'd have that silky sort of thing, but then he can also be so damaging running.
Yeah.
And then you still have, imagine that with Teddy and then fucking Cleary off the back
Manu
of that.
again.
Yeah.
fuck. Be a million fullbacks in your team.
Crazy one to think about, eh? I just thought about it, so I thought I'd throw it in there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
good
let's
question,
move on.
Good question.
Cool. Thanks. Keep me around for another week.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So where do you think Wighton's going to end up? He obviously has had talks now with the Rabbitohs. Apparently they seen him at the airport in Brisbane. Like he was having a conversation with Wayne for the Dolphins. Or do you reckon he'll just stay at the Raiders? What do you reckon's where do you see him ending up?
If I had to put a bet on it, I would say at the Rabbitohs for less.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I reckon. Like what the Raiders offered him 4.4 over 4.
Yeah, their offer's crazy.
Yeah, like I think he would take like 3.4 over 4.
Yeah,
over at the Roosters.
The Roosters.
Roosters at the Rabbitohs. No, they could probably afford him. But.
Yeah, that's my question though. But where are the Rabbits affording him? Because they were saying like they were struggling for cash because they had to re-sign like fucking Cook, Walker. Latrell got upped a lot because he was on that real low contract that he signed when he first come over.
I think
he'd been well over $1 million.
Yeah, I saw a statement, or not. I don't know if it's a statement, more of a comment from Demetrio.
Yeah,
and it was if they're gonna have a talk to a few of the senior players like Cook and Walker and all that, and if they're willing to like take a haircut. Like a little bit off the top, then
probably
they could afford him.
Yeah,
so
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, and like I guess it comes down to like, does the senior leadership group who he'd be expecting to take a pay cut?
Yeah,
do they think Wighton would be a good enough addition to their team?
Yeah,
to warrant taking less money.
Yeah,
I think he obviously would like to go there because he's like Latrell's cousin.
Yeah, exactly. Like
he's a proud Indigenous man. Redfern, like South Sydney's like a very proud Indigenous club.
Yeah, I think it makes the most sense in terms of like if you see him leaving the Raiders, he looks the
narrative
there.
Yeah, like the whole narrative behind it would be like
as long as he wants to play
Rabbitohs.
Centre at the end of the day as well, because he's going to be playing centre.
He's going to be playing centre. Yeah.
So it depends because like at the Dolphins, he probably would play 6, I guess.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
But yeah, it's weird.
Would he? Because Sean O'Sullivan and
I think he'd be in front of Sullivan, and then it's going to be Katoa or Sullivan fighting out the 7. And I think Milf will probably just leave.
Yeah.
Like I think they'll just fuck him off.
Yeah. Well, he's playing pretty good.
I think he only played it. I think he only signed a 1-year contract anyway. So
he only played 1 game, didn't he?
Yeah, and he did his hamstring. So
he's
I think 1.5 anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I agree. I think the Rabbitohs makes the most sense. It's going to be a few different things, right? If he wants a complete change and like move up here and to Brisbane and to have a new lot, like start a new sort of thing, whatever. Similar to what Reynolds did.
Yeah,
he said he's never going to leave Queensland and all this shit.
Well, I think I've read somewhere that like his missus is from here.
Yeah, okay.
Like all her family is from here.
Yeah, so it's like whether they
Brisbane,
want that, he's going to get a fucking good deal there as well. Probably, I'm sure the Raiders will match. They'll match whatever the Raiders deal is.
Totally, yeah.
If he wants that, if he wants to just, he's got a good deal at the Raiders, and if he wants to just continue on, but they're not turning up any fucking whatever that saying is, like. So I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know. What is it? I was looking at you like, help me out here, bro, and you fucking didn't say shit. Fuck you. Anyway, yeah.
Fuck.
And then the Rabbits is like, you're probably going to win a prem. You're going to take less. You're going to be with your mates.
Yeah.
We have a better chance of winning the prem anyway.
They're in the prelims every year.
That's what I mean. So
it's tick, 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 like all the stuff you want, right?
Yeah. So
you're still going to be getting good money.
Really just depends what his mindset is in terms of what he wants.
Well, he said he wants to win a prem.
Well, then it's Rabbitohs.
Has to.
Yeah.
Like
nothing else makes sense.
Dolphins, who knows?
Yeah.
Raiders, no.
Yeah.
Rabbitohs, thereabouts every year.
Yeah. That's solid chance.
Yeah. I think
there's probably only like four to 5 teams you can go to and think I'm doing this for a premiership, and they're one of them.
Yeah.
Like as much as that pains me to say.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Yeah. Totally.
So, yeah.
I would be surprised if he didn't stay at Canberra.
Yeah.
That he didn't go to the Rabbitohs. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Next one. So the ARU have come out and said that they're interested in signing Hass and Cleary. The Cleary statement, they said Nathan Cleary wasn't on the list originally, as we thought he'd be untouchable, but he said he'd be open to a switch. Do you sort of see this as like
it's
legit, or they just stirring the pot? Probably because like RTS has come back and they're just fucking
yeah. They're stirring the pot because there's so much tension between the codes at the moment.
It's weird how crazy it's gone the last little bit.
I love it though. It's funny.
It's funny.
Just fuck off and stay away from our players, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're looking at anyone for the Knights, so I think I'm pretty safe there. But like, yeah, I don't know.
Just they were looking at Manu a few weeks ago, and then Manu was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah. Oh, well, they're looking at Nelson now. Hey.
Well, yeah, that's the one that seems the most likely.
Yeah.
But nothing's really come out in the last couple of weeks about that, so I'm not sure what's happening there.
Yeah, and I read somewhere that he was talking about like Japanese rugby.
Well, yeah, that's where the money is.
Yeah.
It depends what you want.
Well, how old is he? He'd have to be 29 or 28, right?
No, he's young, bro.
Is he?
He's pretty young, pretty sure.
A fucking giant.
Yeah, he's like, I don't think he's very old. Let me have a look.
Yeah, have a look. Yeah, I don't know. Like with the whole Cleary and like who they're looking
27.
At. Oh yeah, right. That's not. I wasn't too far off.
In that sport, you can play till you're fucking 38 if you want, because you don't do anything.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. With Cleary and like who else? They're talking about like Cooler from Manly and talking about a few other players like Crichton and Murray.
I'm sure they'll pick up one or two. But
now that Suwali's gone,
they're not picking up Hass or fucking Cleary.
Nah, I'd be surprised.
They'll pick up those like fringe players that are sort of just breaking through. Like I just said, the Coolers and stuff.
Yeah,
like KO Weeks. They're looking at like players like that haven't really like
cracked a spot. Yeah,
fully. Like Suwali technically hasn't either made like a massive dent in the NRL. It's not like he's like really established. It's only his like second year or third year.
Yeah.
You know, I think they'll get a couple of those type players, like those younger guys, not all the like back end guys from the NRL that are sort of like
1 to
30, 31, trying to like
go get the easy money.
Don't want to just put their bodies through what probably the NRL has every single week.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if either of those guys.
Cannot see Cleary.
No.
Cleary's just said it to stir shit, I reckon, himself.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I'd
do it.
Bullshitter.
If I was fucking
100%,
you know, like
get the interest. Like, that. When your name's in the spotlight, 100%. It's only better for you, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's not leaving, mate.
Nah.
Maybe like when he's, as I said, like in his 30s.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah. All right, mate. That's wrapped up for the weekly news. We'll move into a you sweet or nah. All right, back with you. Are you sweet or nah for another week? Let's kick it off with picking Tommy Turbo in the centers. Are you sweet with it or nah? For the Blues.
Yeah. At right now, no.
Agree.
How could you? Like
he just doesn't look right. He doesn't look right.
He's nowhere near his like normal best.
Yeah. And that's not just even going like off 80%. Of form, bro.
Yeah.
That's not even going off of like the way he looks.
Yeah.
He looks in pain every game.
He's grimacing like on a fucking run.
I haven't seen him play once this year and go, oh, he looks
he's
free.
Back and all.
Yeah.
There was one game, I think, like his second game back, where I was like, oh, like where he barged over from dummy half.
He looked okay.
And you're like, oh, there's 2021. But then
he kind of like looked weird by the end of that game as well.
He did, yeah. When Knights versed him, like he ran 200 meters or whatever, but he just didn't look like himself.
Yeah.
And the way he played on the weekend and how he went off and everything, like that's, I don't know.
Yeah. I can't put him in at the moment. I just can't do it. Like it just doesn't look right. Like he's gone off now with the groin or whatever this week. It's strange, eh? I don't know.
Yeah. Like who would you pick? Because I've been thinking about this before I even knew you were going to ask me this.
Yeah. I would go Crichton in the centers, Campbell Graham on the wing.
Yeah. I would go...
Or I'd go Campbell Graham in the centers, Suoliti on the wing. One of the two.
Okay.
It's just... Everyone's moved away from Suoliti because he's not playing wing at the moment. Like if he played wing all year this year, people would be like, yeah, sweet.
You'd
pick him. Especially if Addo-Carr's out.
Yeah.
the other option's obviously Tupou as well. So you could go Graham, Tupou. But I feel like Crichton's starting to find that form that he was kind of shit in the Origin last year though. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to like
so that's
go off that. Yeah. That's the only thing pulling me back a little bit.
And that was my like train of thought. When I was thinking about it, I sort of thought Matt Burton in the centres and Campbell Graham on the wing.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And
there's so many options, eh?
And it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But I like,
you just don't want to get it wrong.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like Freddie's fucking pretty good to get it wrong.
But then like he could pick any of those 4 or 5 different options and you'd be like, I'm all good happy with that. Like I can't see.
You're not going to be kicking stones.
There's none there that I'd be like, that's awful. Unless he does like Crichton and Tupou or something. Yeah. You're just like, that's a bit weird.
Yeah. And that wasn't that the combination last year that didn't work very well?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
Do you think Adokar will be good?
Well, they did. Yeah. No, but I think you'd play like Tupou. Say if it was Tupou, you'd play him left wing with Latrell because they played
combo
ages. And then he plays left wing now.
Yeah.
And then Toto actually plays right side.
Yeah.
So that makes more sense. So I think they're going to be, it's going to be the left winger and then the right centre.
And so you'd have Campbell Graham Campbell Graham's the right side centre.
Yeah.
So you'd have Campbell Graham and Toto.
Yeah. Well, like Toto would play right side anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd have Campbell Graham and Toto.
Yeah. And that might be why you'd pick, because like Toto and Crichton are playing so well together at the moment. So that's why I'd also go, I would go, my would be Crichton and Toto on the right, and then Campbell Graham at our wing and
Latrell.
Yeah. But then maybe, that's where
we're like spoiled for choice.
That would be it. It'd be either that or I'd do Graham at right centre and then Suoliti on the left.
Yeah.
On the left wing. That'd be my 2 options.
Talking about teams, like, we still need to do our Queensland team.
No, I know. Yeah,
and we'll do that. We'll do it next week.
100%. We'll do it next week. Yeah, because there is a few there that I'm like,
it's like actually ramping up a bit now.
I went through it like last week, and I was like, fuck, it's actually like there's a few there, especially their forwards. It's very hard to choose a lot at their bench and stuff. It's very hard to choose.
I never thought I'd say it, but I like a lot of players in the team.
Yeah, 100%.
I hate myself for saying it.
I'm just going to throw this in there now as well, since we're on the topic. For Queensland. Would you pick Ponga at fullback still?
Probably.
It's so hard,
He's so good at Origin.
I want to pick him for the sake of like, it makes sense for Queensland to pick him because like and he got good towards the back end of the last game as well, and he's only getting better.
Yep.
But being him personally, like you never want to like not play for your state. But for where he's at in his career, we said it a few weeks back. I feel like he just needs to go, I'm not playing for Queensland this year. I'm sorry.
Just focus.
I just want to focus on getting back to footy.
Yep.
Like he owes the Knights, dude. They pay him so much money, and he's played like how many games for him?
He started
like 9 games for him in 2 years, like the year and a half.
Yeah, pretty much. Last year he started 14, but finished 7.
Yeah,
games.
So 7, and then he played the first game this year.
He got the head knock on the end of the game that game, and then the second game he got knocked out.
Was it the second game he got knocked out when he versed the Tigers? Third game, I thought it was. Third game. Yeah. So he's played.
But he didn't play the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the Warriors was the first game. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Oh, so it must have been second game then.
Okay.
Tigers was the second.
So he's played no more than 9 games, say, in a year and a half of footy.
He's played nearly 2 games this year.
Yeah.
Out of 9 or whatever, 8 or whatever it is. Yeah. But yeah, over in 2 years, 10 games.
I just feel like if it was me, like personally, I'd just be like, I just want to like focus on that.
Yeah.
And I want to focus on playing 6. Like, 'cause then he's going to have to go back to fullback and come back into 6. And it's like, I don't know. I just think he should just focus on that, get that right, and then come back next year or whatever.
Yeah.
I think he should because I don't think they won't not pick him, but I think he should rule himself out.
Yeah. Obviously that for me, and being a Knights fan, that would be good for me. But he kills it at Origin, and you want to see your best players. Yeah, 100%. But yeah,
if I was a Queenslander, I'd be saying fuck no. And I'm not even saying that as a blue supporter, like, oh, don't pick your best players. I'm saying it more like for himself,
longevity of his
longevity
career.
of himself.
Yeah,
and people always say they want to like look out for the players and shit. Well, I can't see anything more about looking out for a player than that. Like, you know, I could maybe get criticized for that comment, but it's also like, I'm not saying it to be a cunt or anything. I'm saying it because it's like, hey, like he's fucking played 9 games in fucking a year and a half, and you want to put him in the biggest stage of all,
like
the
most intense,
you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like he needs the time off, just fucking get back to playing footy regularly. You know? That's all I think. But anyway,
that's a fair statement.
Yeah.
Okay,
mate, let's get into this. The hip drops. We didn't really see any more. We didn't really see any more the whole weekend, did we? Other than the 3 on the Friday.
Yeah,
I think that was it.
Yeah,
so weird. It was all in the one game, but
maybe they were watching and being like, "Oh fuck, maybe not. Let's not do that this weekend." I
watched the post game on the Friday night. So obviously, you had Hopgood, Hass, and Mam all get. Hopgood and Mam got sin binned. Hass didn't get sin binned. Hopgood, no suspension. Hass and Mam 1 week.
Yep.
Fucking confusing.
How do you get suspended but not sin bin? But then the other guy does the exact same thing and gets sin bin.
I don't know.
And not suspended.
So yeah, I watched the post game. It was I think it was, who was it? Brandy and Ennis, and they like went through it a little bit more detail. So what they're kind of saying is, if you tackle someone and then you lift and both your feet come off the ground, which means your force then has to go through the ground, like through the hip to like land on the ground, that's a hip drop. Okay. That, like he said, it's progressed from multiple people in a tackle and then one person grabbing and pulling down to now this, like a year later. Like that's...
Is it getting coached?
No, it's not. That's not.
Everyone's
apparently saying it's not. And apparently like this has been in the game forever, but it's just what they're now cracking. Like it started off, this was a hip drop in terms of like the multi-tackle sort of thing, which might have been coached a little bit, not in terms of like, let's hip drop him, but that's what we're doing in terms of like that sort of tackle, to now where it's like, just people trying to make a tackle, man.
Yeah, and like the Ezra Man.
He's half the size of that other dude, half the size, and that guy's running into the line at fucking speed. And if he doesn't tackle him, it's a fucking try probably, mate. Yeah. Like, or a big line break.
Yeah, yeah.
You're doing everything you can to bring him down. He's not purposely...
like putting all his weight on the back of his legs.
If you watch him run, and this is what they were saying, was he grabbed him, and because he doesn't have any weight, because he's fucking like 80 kilos wringing wet, he starts running and his feet are like moving with him. Yeah. And then because old mate's got so much momentum, his feet naturally get picked up.
Yeah.
And then he finally comes down. He hasn't lifted his feet up. You can even see him like still trying to take a step, but his foot's already off the ground. So his foot's just moving in the air.
Treading water.
Like treading water, yeah. Like for that to go to the sin bin is just fucking ridiculous, man. And then the Hopgood one, his hip didn't even hit anyone. No. Hit the ground.
Yeah.
That was the most probably like one that looked like a hip drop, in as in like he picked both his legs up to pull him down. But he didn't even hit anyone. He like hit the ground.
Yeah, but how's that? Like that's
that's the one that didn't.
Yeah, that's the one that looked the most like one, but didn't get suspended.
Work that out.
It's fucked. It
looked the most, but it hit the ground, so he didn't actually hit the player.
That's what we're whinging about every week.
Yeah,
it's so great.
And then
it's so
the Hass
inconsistent,
one,
man.
The Hass one, then, like, I don't know, if you're gonna sin bin, there's other ones. I feel like that has to be.
Yeah.
Although he ducked under and it was different and he didn't mean to do it. Did those other guys mean to do it? No. So if you're going to sin bin the other ones, you have to sin bin that as well.
That's why they look like idiots.
The reason they look like the biggest idiots ever is the fact that they didn't sin bin that, and now that's the 1 week suspension. Yeah. That's what does it. So are they basically coming out saying we got it wrong?
Yeah.
And that changed the fucking game, didn't it?
They got it wrong.
Because they were momentum. They would have been down to 11 players basically for like 8 minutes or something, or 9 minutes, because Mam only just went to the sin bin.
Yeah.
11 players, and
it would have swung the game around.
There was only like 2 tries in it.
Yeah.
It would have been fucking, so like what? It's like they don't even know what they're fucking doing. That someone needs to come out and just go, this is what it is. Like they need to go around to the clubs and talk like,
this is what it is. This is what we're penalising.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. And
They've like literally basically said that they're fucking they fucked up themselves. It's wild.
Butt our heads against the wall with this shit, man.
I know it's going to happen all fucking year too.
Oh, wait till Magic Round.
I know.
Fuck. Wait till Magic Round. It's going to be a crackdown like it was those head highs.
Mate, if it's not a crackdown already, I don't know what the fuck
I know, but it was a crack.
So you're saying there was those three in that game, and you're saying for the entire rest of the weekend there wasn't one.
Yep.
Like they missed or anything.
There's still 2 games.
I know, but let's look at the man one. He fucking went, like as he went down, so they pulled it up because of that. The Hopgood one, someone went, as well. And I talked about it on the podcast last week, if anyone actually listened to it.
Please refresh everybody.
They said, like, the thing was that everyone keeps laying down. And I said, like, the fucking head high thing that came in, and then people started laying down, and then all of a sudden there was HIA, and then they're like, oh, fuck, can't lay down anymore. Yeah. That all cleared up. But they can lay down for this shit because guess what? You don't have to go off.
No.
You can pretend you got an injury and then go, I'm all good.
Yeah.
Like it happened with the week before with Nakora and fucking Butcher. So, made out like miraculously okay, and then fucking scored the last try of the game.
Yeah.
Cunt. Just fucked, man. It's done a ruined game, I'm telling you.
It's already ruining games.
I know. It's fucked. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Just on that as well, obviously Reg is out for, they said around 12 weeks maybe. An extended period anyway.
He's been so good for him.
Yeah. What do you reckon? What's that sort of mean for the Eels? They don't really miss him, eh?
Yeah. Well, do they have the depth? I don't think they have depth to cover him. They just have those young guys. I don't know. That's a lot of work on Paulo.
Yeah, they're that Winnamoo Greg or whatever. He's been playing all right.
He's not like the same, right? He's a representative front rower.
Yeah.
Big loss.
Reg has been fucking good for them as well.
Totally, man.
Really good. He was like probably going to make the Blues if probably wasn't Freddie was the coach. But, yeah. No, it's big loss for him. Big loss.
Poor dude.
But, at least they're kind of, there or thereabouts. They need to keep winning games, but it's going to be hard for them now.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Let's move on. We'll move into the games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rabbits Panthers was the first game. That finished 20-18. Big game there, man.
Fuck, man. I was blowing up. Like, obviously, I tipped Rabbits. 8 minutes to go, I'm like saying to Caitlin, missus, I'm fucked. Like, perfect week. Oh, yeah, can I just touch on that? Perfect week last week. Thank you. Anyone that followed me?
No, fuck you. Perfect week means that you have to back up and come into the fucking podcast, and you didn't.
I was cruel.
No, well, it's not a perfect week then.
Oh, it was. Look at my tips. Anyway.
No one cares about last week, mate. If you weren't here to fucking talk about it, you can fuck off.
Anyway. So big end of the game. It was pretty arm wrestling throughout. Like it looked like the Panthers.
First half, South should have been in front by more. Like they really, they had so much ball. If you look at the stats at the end of the game now, it's very even. But that first half, they were dominating them, and they should have scored more. And I was like, oh fuck, they might have fucked this here. Yeah, and it looked like they did.
Yeah. That last 10 minutes was
crazy. Eh?
It was so good to watch. So good to watch. That
what sort of happened there, I think what fucked them was, and they should have made a change earlier. They should have fixed it earlier before, and it fucked them, and they ended up sticking with it, and then that's cost them at the end. But
Panthers you're talking about?
Yeah, Panthers. Yeah. So Taruva went off because I think you got HIA or whatever. Oh no, he rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
And then they put Crichton over onto left wing, and then put Smoked Salmon in fucking right center. And they just targeted him. Yeah, and
that's where their two tries come.
What's their dominant side, and what always scores them tries?
Left.
They had 3 breaks down that side, and then they scored 1 try, and then they should have changed it then, and they didn't, and then they left it, and then he got fucking smoked on the outside. Old Smoked Salmon got smoked.
Seriously.
And that was it, bro.
It was so good to watch.
They fucked it.
Yeah. But I loved it.
I'm going to say it's a coaching error there. He just clearly was getting smoked, and they just kept him there.
Yeah, trying to ride the game out.
And Taruva went out a few weeks ago, and they just moved Tago over to the kept him, but just moved out to the left wing.
Yeah,
and just should have just done that, and then put you could even just put Salmon on the left edge. Says he plays on the left edge anyway.
Yeah,
when he comes on normally. So just put him into the centres.
Yeah, one more outside.
And do Crichton out on the right because that's the dangerous side that Souths are attacking.
Carving too. Like they were going so good.
I couldn't believe that, man. And they kept him there, and then they fucked themselves really, to be honest. But big win by South, dude. I thought Latrell was really strong. It was weird, like his stats in terms of like his running meters and shit weren't super high, but
that's like
they never
classic
are.
Latrell, man.
Like he had 109 meters, but 27 of them are kick returns. So you take that off, he had like 80 meters, like 18 runs.
Yeah,
18 runs. He made 80 meters.
It's fucking nothing, right?
That's trying to shit.
But then
he had fucking two tries, one line break assist, 12 tackle breaks, fucking 2 offloads.
Yeah, like that doesn't look right.
Doesn't look right, does it?
But
how do you make 18 runs and have 80 meters?
Yeah, he's running fucking 3 meters.
And 12 tackle breaks.
What the fuck?
Do you run backwards sometimes?
Maybe.
Maybe they fucking put that in wrong. I don't know.
It seems like that would be a Latrell stat.
Yeah.
But absolutely carved up.
Yeah, 100%.
They were lucky to get the win at the end, but they made their own luck. Like that left side attack is fucked.
Yeah, it's fucked.
It's so hectic to watch.
It's fucked when they get it right, and they haven't got it right much this year.
No.
It hasn't really been.
It's not
it looked very clunky.
Yeah.
But you're starting to find the form now.
Yeah, dude. Walker just finding shit out of nothing. Yeah. Like, so good to see.
100%. Yeah. I thought Sele was really good. 164 meters.
Yeah.
He was really, really strong, man.
Yeah. They were missing Kalamatangi for that game too.
Yeah.
That's big. He's a big out.
Yeah. I thought Jairo was quite good as well.
Yeah.
He didn't have huge meters or anything, but he really shores up that middle for him. I thought they might have had to move him on the edge because
Kalamatangi.
He was out, but
he's been playing good, man.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah.
I also thought it was funny, like Murray, I feel like he was blowing out his ass after about 20 minutes.
Fuck, it looked like
and
it.
I can't believe he stayed on the field. I watched him for about 3 sets I was like, he's fucked here. And I don't know how he just keeps going.
He just gets a fifth, a sixth, or seventh wind.
I feel like he's going to get fucking like old quickly, if that makes sense.
Like he's going to get fatigued,
he gets fucked every game. And they leave him on the field for so long, and he'll come off for like a fucking 7-minute break and then go back out there. And I'm like, you can't be rested, bro.
No.
Like, anyway, I think that eventually you're gonna have to drop his minutes a bit, or move him out onto an edge a little bit. You know, maybe move him out onto the left edge to give him a bit of a rest every now and again.
But they just don't have a bench utility that can cover him.
I think they will when what's his name comes back.
That guy.
Plays 9 for him, but he's been moved. Havili.
Oh, yeah.
He can sort of like play that 13 role.
Yeah.
Because he was playing 9, but he's really more that like 13. He's a bit bigger.
Link player, yeah.
He's been out all year. So he'll come back and he'll probably play that role.
That's true.
Liam Knight's only a couple of weeks away as well.
Yeah.
He's another one you could probably fill in.
Yep.
He's coming back from that ACL he did last year.
They're playing this good with players still to come back. It's good signs.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, awesome stuff from South. Yeah. As I said, Panthers probably should have ran away with it. Their fucking defense in the first half as well was unbelievable. It was so good.
Yeah.
There was a real telling part where I think Edwards tried to make a run out like just before half time, and then he got taken over the sideline, and they sort of gave him a bit of push and shove over the sideline. And then I was like, oh, well, they're fucked here because they'd just done a bunch of sets back to back, and then they kept Souths out, and I thought, that's it. That's it. That like broke South's heart. You could see it, like, because it was like, and then I think Panthers scored on the back of it, and then it was draw, and then it was half time. And I was like, oh, that's fucked them. Yeah. And then it kind of was, and they got on top.
They had all the momentum going in the second half.
They should have won it. And as I said, I think it was more coaching errors towards the end there.
Bro, any other team, they would have won.
Yeah, probably.
South,
They
just
found that role. Exactly. Yeah. Not much more to say on that one. Cool. We'll move into the next game. So that one finished. Sorry, that game was the Eels Broncos finishing 16-26 to the Broncos.
Love that.
How'd you see that one?
Good for my tipping.
Yeah.
2-0 at that point.
You fucking dog. Messaging me like, oh, fucking got one back on you again.
No, you said me that. You're like, good one off me.
I said that to you.
And I just sent you
I said that to you yesterday with the Dolphins because you sent me fucking 3 the night before.
I just sent you the piece. Like,
fuck you.
2.
Fuck you.
Good game. Wild weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was weird. Like, it looked fucking hot too.
I think that really played in the Broncos' hands too because they got those early points.
Yeah.
And then it started pissing down. It's a lot harder to play, especially chasing a game when it's fucking monsoonal rain.
Obviously, we talked about those hip drops and the Symbians and all that sort of stuff before, but taking that out of it, it could have really went either way. Like,
can I say this?
Yeah.
I'm still not confident on the Broncos.
No, neither.
They still haven't showed me what I want to see from them for a full today. 80 minutes, man.
Yeah.
I say it every single week, and I feel like I'm just picking on the Broncos. And if anyone's Broncos fans, I'm sorry, but like, there's something still not there, right? That's not clicking.
I think it's going to be hard now, right? Because they don't have Mam and Haas this week. They've got a big test this week. They're versus the Rabbitohs. That's where we're going to see what they're actually made of.
Yeah.
Adam Reynolds against his old club.
Yeah.
Latrell fucking carving. Cody Walker carving. It's going to be... They're missing those couple of key players, but we'll get a good indication of what they're actually about this week, which is good. Like, we all need
be a better
to see
indication as long as Souths play to their potential.
Yeah.
Because they can be very hot and cold as well.
Broncos are on top of... Are they on top? Yeah, they're still top of the ladder. Like, Rabbitohs turn up for those games.
The thing I can say about the Broncos is they did fix their completion. So they had 86% completion rate, 32 out of 37 sets. And that's with that rain and stuff as well.
So good.
So really good. Like, that is much better. And that's one of the things I have been criticizing him about. And they also had, I think they had like 21 missed tackles and the Eels had like 47 or something like that. So
wild.
Yeah, like 46 the Eels had and they had 21. Yeah. So, still like they were really good in that. But then you hear that, right? Eels had 68% completion rate to 86 and they let them back in.
Yeah.
That's the issue for me. Like, how did they get back into that game? I know they had that sin bin and shit, but they had one as well. It was only 1-1.
Yeah,
People keep thinking the Hass one as well. If you bet it, it wasn't sin bin.
No.
It should have been.
Yeah.
And then that would have been, what would have happened then?
Different game, yeah.
So, interesting.
I think you're right. Like, we still need to see what they're going to be like against the top team.
Yeah.
Like, Eels, top team last year.
I wouldn't necessarily say they're the top team this year. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah,
and
I think as you said, this is probably their biggest test. They've got a few big games coming. I think even the one after. I think it's who is
Manly.
it?
I think Manly at Magic Round.
Well, who knows with Manly as well?
And Storm the week after, then Panthers the week after.
There you go. Yeah,
massive month.
Yeah. So this is going to be like, okay, well, now we know where they are.
Yeah, like if they win 3 out of 4 of that, you're like, oh fuck, all right.
Yeah,
they're here.
Yeah,
but if they get 1, they're like, oh, it's kind of what we all thought, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And like Parramatta, they're just not the team they were last year. And like, I don't know if they're going to build into it or it's going to be harder now with no RCG. Like, what do you think about them? Like, I mean, I think we all know your thoughts on them, but
yeah, I don't know where they're at. Like, they try every week. I'll give them that. Like, they put a lot of effort in, but it's just not working for them.
Yeah.
I really, really think they're like an outside back short.
Yeah.
They're just missing that extra spark in the outside back.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I hope no one ever hears this because I don't want to lose him, but you know how there's the whole thing around
X Factor and all that?
But like Jackson Paulo has like a year in his favor, like for next year. So he signed a 2-year contract. But it's in his favor next year and he's only on minimum wage.
Right.
So he could leave if he wants to at the end of the year. That would be the best signing for them.
That would be actually really
That's
good.
like the most perfect signing for them ever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to losing him if we get Dom Young in anyway, and apparently Tupou's re-signing. So it's not losing a lot. But mate, that I was just thinking the other night, I was like, that's a fucking perfect signing for them because
maybe we should try to get him.
Well, yeah.
We're losing Dom Young.
Yeah. Could replace him. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of like someone who's I was trying to think like who's off contract, who could really spark him. So you had Sevo on that wing. And then I even think who was playing like left center, he went off. He's been good for him anyway.
Simonson.
Yeah. So Simonson's he's good enough, you know. And then they've got
They got Penasini on the other
Blake
side
as well, who keeps he's like in and out. So they can fight that left sort of side. Penasini's nailed down that spot. And then they had Sean Russell. Like, they need another good
impact outside
impact
back.
thing.
Yeah,
and I think like Sivo's getting a bit older. He's probably not having that, he's
that not as damaging.
running out sort of thing. Like he had 109 meters.
Yeah.
Like all
does
game.
Does he
11
forget,
runs.
He must forget how humongous he is.
I think he's just so big now. And he doesn't have that as fast a step.
Yeah.
And he had his ACL a couple of years ago. I think he just lost his step a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's not as damaging. They need someone, and I think someone like Paulo or something, if they get him on that on their right wing. Yeah, I feel like they sort of got away with it last year because their forwards were so dominant.
Yeah.
But now their forwards are being in and out and stuff. It's starting to hamper them, especially as they had Madison out.
They need that impact.
Yeah. They had Madison out at the start of the year. They had Sean Lane out. Then they had Bolo out, and then they had now they've got RCG out. So they've never had that full team.
Yeah.
And so I think they just need another back there. They're really, what you're going to get from fucking Gutho and shit. But
just compensate and help out the middles.
Yeah. And, it's hard. Yeah. Like, you had Sean Russell playing on the right wing. He made 10 runs for 92 meters. It's just not enough. They need someone there that's sort of going to, get them up to that like 150. Like they need that 1 meter eater that's really going to put their something there. So it's hard.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. I think that, as I said, that their forwards still good. Bryce Cartwright's been really good. Sean Lane's going to get better as he gets back.
Yeah.
Bolo, Jermaine Hopgood's a fucking beast. They've got some solid players there. They're just missing one or two now. I thought
they're still like with their dummy half. They're missing a bit still, in my opinion, from like Reed Marnie.
Yeah, I thought Hodgson hasn't been great the last.
He
few
had like
weeks
that one game before he got HIA or whatever he was going for.
You can see his meters are starting to drop. He only played 31 meters as well, man. So, who was that guy come off the bench from? He was pretty good. Was it Matt Dory maybe?
Good question.
Or was it? I don't know. Was that Brendan Hands maybe? I can't remember.
Yeah, Hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played 49 minutes.
Yeah. So he's been starting to get more and more minutes. I think they're starting to notice that he has a bit more punch with their attack.
Yeah.
And then Hodgson's made a few like defensive errors as well that's led to tries. They're just not fast enough through the middle there.
And like that, we all sort of thought that was going to be the case, right?
Yeah. I could even see like them switching soon. Like he might. Well, I don't know. Like I guess
maybe Hands
he might
plays
be good
the first 20 or something.
Yeah, but I think Hodgson's good to take the sting out of the game for first 20.
Yeah.
And then you take him off and then 60 from there. Yeah. I could see their meters continue to sort of go up like that.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to have a quick shout out to, I thought Hass in the first half was fucking unbelievable.
I can't
and
wait
I was just
to
like,
see him in
I was
blue.
getting a stiffy thinking about him playing for the Blues, mate.
Oh, mate.
Like, I was throbbing, full throbbing.
Yeah.
212 running meters. What do you have? 17 hit ups, 7 tackle breaks, fucking 1 offload. Mate, he's unbelievable.
He's a freak.
Unbelievable.
It's not fair.
And most of that was literally, he didn't really do much in the second stint.
Nah.
He had 10 runs the whole game.
Yeah.
I think. Hold on. Runs. No, he had 17, sorry.
Yeah, right.
But he probably had about 10 in the first half.
Yeah.
And he was fucking, like,
Lethal.
he made most of those there. And they brought him on late, but the game was done by then, basically. So, he was massive.
Good to watch, man.
I had a stat last week. You probably missed it because you probably didn't sit through an hour and a half of me talking. Thanks, mate.
Probably.
But Paddy Carrigan, I had a stat I seen. He's never scored a try.
Ever.
Never scored a try, bro.
Wow, that's why he's like $13
Never
every
scored
week.
a try for Broncos, Australia, or Queensland. He's played like 4 or 5 games for Australia, 3 for Queensland, and like 68 games for the Broncos.
He'll get one this week now.
I said that last week. He didn't score.
I'm gonna put it on.
But he's like fucking damaging runner. It's weird to think about, eh?
He's just that link player too, though, right?
Yeah, Nudie runs forever, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on him.
Yeah.
This one.
All right. Sweet,
Thanks,
mate.
man.
We'll go to the next game.
Yep.
So we had the Bulldogs Sharks that finished 20-33.
Yeah.
Really, it sucked if you were a 1-12er in that game. You fucking kicked the field goal at the end there.
Were you on the 1-12?
No.
Oh.
I had Sharks. I didn't put a 1-12 down.
Yeah.
I think I put a 13 plus, but then I had a couple of try scores that didn't come off anyway, so it didn't matter.
I think like that game was what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I think possibly a bit closer than I would have thought.
Yeah, it was weird. Sharks, I talked about this last week and everyone was like big up in the Sharks because they beat us. But we had like 14 penalties against us. It was like a 14-2 penalty count. They dominated us the whole first half and they fucking couldn't score. And we end up going into halftime in front, remember? And then it was basically a draw at the end. Collins should have put that ball over the line for it to be like us in front. And then they scored a couple late because we had 2 players off the field.
Yeah.
They weren't convincing. And then it's rolled into this game. Like, I didn't find them that convincing either against a very depleted Bulldogs team. Yeah. They should have fucking polished them off early, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Their defense doesn't look great.
No.
It's still something missing there, man. Like they
look good in patches.
Yeah.
And then they just fucking let
nothing like last year.
Nah.
You know, something's going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like as you said, in patches you can see them turn it on. Like the fucking the first 25 minutes or so, and Will Kennedy scores those few tries, like the hat trick. You know, you could see their attacking, just like fuck me, and then all of a sudden that was it, and it's sort of they have those lapses of concentration where they sort of let in those tries, man. It's weird. They do that against the big teams. They're probably not going to win. Yeah, man.
But then like, do they turn up for those games? Like, do they like easy 2 points?
They kind of did against the Roosters last week, but then they got away with it.
Yeah, but they'll only get away for so long. I don't know. I think they're just going to keep building, right?
Hopefully, yeah. Like it's that time of the year. It's hard to tell. Like teams are still, as you said, building. And it's
getting
like,
their full complement of players back. Like,
exactly.
Working out what style of footy they're playing this year. I think they're sweet.
You know, they still had 13 errors as well. 13 errors, pretty bad. And 78% completion.
Yeah, like, and with the Bulldogs, you knew like, what are they going to do,
mate? I think they're playing really good.
They are.
They're playing really good. They stayed in the game as much as they could.
Yep.
But just there are so many injuries, man. Like,
just
it's going to be tough to win any games like that.
For sure. You can't fault their effort.
Yeah.
Just depleted.
Yeah. What about that Ronaldo when he fucking went out over the sideline? I'd be fucking fuming if I supported the Sharks.
I've seen a few like bet slips and it was like the multi had like got up besides Ronaldo.
Oh, mate.
Bro, seriously, you'd be fucking.
He had like 4 meters like to dive in. There's no one even near him.
He's done this shit before.
I know. He's one of the biggest fucking Magoos ever, eh?
Oh, he's
so Magoo.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Seriously, like, you'd be fucking filthy.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Mate.
But, yeah, he's done it before. He'll probably do it again.
Yeah. What did you think about the Burton Kyle Flanagan switching?
I think it worked all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Flanagan he ran a bit more. He had 10 runs. Like, I think that's more than what he normally has.
Yeah.
10 runs for 81 meters. Like, I think it's probably better. I don't know. He just doesn't seem to control the team well playing at 7. You know what I mean? And Burton seems to be that guy that can control the team a bit better.
Yeah.
You know,
where
as long as he's still running the ball, he still had 14 runs for 98 meters like Burton did. So as long as he's still doing that and not losing what he's good at, which is that running the ball, but he can control the team a bit more. He's got a great kicking game.
Yeah.
He probably makes more sense for him at 7.
Yeah.
He's almost like a Nico. You know, like Nico probably should be a 6, but he's like
he can
controls
run the
game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like obviously they'll keep it right for a few weeks and start getting some players back.
Yeah.
See how it goes then. Can't hurt them.
So they're going to get back soon. Who's out?
So Carraz is out.
Yeah.
Averillo?
No, Averillo played, but he's fucked. Remember, he's like
that's right.
Yeah, he shouldn't be playing, but they don't have anyone else.
Adokar, Luke Thompson.
Yeah.
Like just even that is kick
out. Kick out will be a while.
Yeah.
He's going to be like 12 weeks, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be
like most of the year.
Round 20 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this year's just another write-off.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ed.
They're looking better though. Like I'd give them.
Oh, for sure. They're competing.
Like if this was a couple of years ago and they were this depleted, they'd be getting pumped by fucking 60 every week.
Yeah.
Mate. You can see they're starting to build better systems and I think Serraldo's doing a good job. It's just they're being unlucky.
Yeah.
Like it happens, man. Every now and again you get those sort of injuries.
Yeah. Just sort of derails your whole year.
Exactly.
You just got to they'll keep trying and we'll keep liking them for
it. Yeah. All right, mate. I think we wrapped up that game. Move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Do we want to talk about
Cowboys Knights. So that finished 18-16. What do you reckon, man?
I think we need a new goal kicker.
I'm gonna let you have a bit of a rant here. You go ahead.
Seriously, like Lachlan Miller. He's been good, okay? Like he's been quite good for us. He's getting through a lot of work. He's hard to defend. He's got a few errors in his game. Last week,
you're going to get that with those types of players, though,
and
mate.
I understand that. At like 20 minutes, we had 3 errors.
I want you to also remember, this is like his second
I understand.
year in NRL. He's fucking going well.
I get it, right? He is going really well. But also, we had 3 errors with 20 minutes into the game. They were all his errors. Simple drop ball off a kick.
Yeah.
Simple drop ball off a sweep play.
You can have those games, though, man.
Oh, I know.
He doesn't do it every week.
No, but he's got a couple of errors.
He's got 1 or 2 in him, yeah.
Yeah. And the elites don't.
Yeah, but he's not an elite.
No, I know, but you
probably got him for fucking biscuits,
yeah,
mate.
probably, but you still need to.
At least he got him out early. You got 3 out early on.
Yeah, fuck me. But
he only had the 3. I just checked. It's only the 3.
But
so got him out early.
I understand that, but like, fuck, man. And
no, I know.
Like goal kicking, right? We
Ponga's
win.
probably going to come back, right? Goal kick.
Oh, I don't know.
I think because he's his first time back. I think he'll come back into the kicking.
But like Hastings has been kicking fine.
Well, why is he kicking?
I don't know. And last week, we beat Penrith. If we kick 1 more goal.
Yeah, there was a penalty goal.
He missed 3 goals last week.
I know.
Like missed a crucial one. If he'd kicked the goal this week, it would be draw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they weren't hard kicks that he's missing. You practice his shit every day.
Yeah, they're not like on the sideline kicks. A lot of them. Some of them are trying to like 20 in, and he's missing. Yeah.
Like spraying them.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Come on. You're a goal kicker. If you want to kick the goals, you've got to kick the goals.
No, I agree.
It's your job. And I sound like an asshole because he's been playing good, and it's not just his fault that we lost.
No,
it's a team effort.
Yeah,
there's some questionable play at the end there. What the
fuck? I don't know why he's
hitting Saifidi.
Why did they not fling it left? Like on that last play or that last set of 6, like the Cowboys completely ran in.
Yeah,
like they were so bunched.
Yeah,
and I couldn't even see out there, but I know that there was no one out there because they all had to come in for that last play. And
Marju's sitting out there
at the TV. I'm like, swing it left. If they just passed it left and went through hands, it was a try.
Yeah,
it was 100% a try.
We win.
And then they just did a short ball coming back on an angle to fucking Saifidi at the line. I'm pretty
sure Lachlan Miller was pointing.
It was the dumbest shit. It was the dumbest shit, man.
So dumb.
I can't believe they did that. They fucked it because of that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Cowboys for a bit. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Like, they obviously weren't convincing. Like, this means nothing for me.
They needed
to
win.
Shit. They were shit as well.
We just were shitter.
Yeah.
Like they needed a win. Good on them for getting the win. But they played a fucking like if the Knights did not play like they played last week.
Yeah.
Because if they did, it would have been a different story.
Yeah. I think the 2 players that got him over the line, Stoddy Drink was really good. He had 245 run meters, 2 line breaks, 1 line break assist, 2 try assists, 5 tackle breaks. He was back to his like last year self.
Yeah.
The Stoddy Drink that I said was going to be the fucking Dally M this year, you know?
Yeah. Late starter.
And Val Holmes was the other one.
Yeah.
Massive as well. 254 run meters. You know.
Yeah, he set up a try.
His
tackle breaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
what do you have? 4 tackle breaks,
yeah.
1 try assist, 1 line break assist, 1 line break himself. You know, he was really good.
They both played so well.
Yeah.
And we needed people like that to step up in our team.
Yeah.
And if they had, it would have been a different game.
How about that Taolangi fucking sin bin? Was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it's a sin bin every day of the week.
Oh, 100%.
But how dumb?
It's a sin bin in 2023.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
every day.
Just a penalty
every day of the week of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
no, dumb.
Fucking the dumbest thing.
Brain snap, man.
Oh, God. Lucky didn't toss his team because that could have.
Fucking nearly did.
We
scored 2 tries.
2 tries,
while he was off.
Idiot.
Yeah.
What about still that? Find Chatty Townsend's not clicking.
No, he's not clicking. Yeah.
Is he just a bit old now, or is it just a period? Like, it's hard to say.
He lived up to the hype last year and then sort of gone.
Yeah, because the year before at the Sharks, they let him go because he wasn't doing that well.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's gone there, and it's like
it's back to the old chat.
It's hard to say, right?
Yeah. I don't know. They did well without Tomolo.
They did. I thought Cohen Hess played well through the middle.
Yeah.
Did well for him.
He did.
He doesn't have big stats here at all, like 58 running meters.
Yeah, but he looked damaging every time he had the ball.
He looked good.
Yeah.
It's good they didn't play Granville at fucking 10. Idiots.
Yeah. That Dom Young try. Close.
Mate, yeah.
Seriously. Close.
Yeah, I think he did drop it.
Oh, he dropped it. I'm just saying, like...
He had a pretty quiet game, dude.
What a cat. Yeah, he did.
He only had 84 run meters.
Yeah. It's not... We need more. Like, Marju's a fucking beast on the other side.
Marju had 155.
Yeah.
Gagai had 237.
Gagai was on, man.
Yeah, he was... When he plays like that, you're like,
yeah,
Origin's coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, always around Origin.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think... I don't know. Dom Young's young, man. He'll no pun intended, but yeah, he'll get better and sort of be a bit more consistent is what his sort of issue is. He can be a fucking freak, but then he can have quiet games as well. So
yeah,
he'll probably get more consistent when he comes to the Roosters. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
so good.
Probably will.
Do you think Hastings needs to maybe have a couple runs? He just never runs the ball, man.
Yeah, he's not like selling. He's not drawing any.
He just
defenders
passes it every time he gets it.
Yeah,
every fucking time.
Yeah, maybe
they'll have one run the whole game.
Yeah, maybe they'll have a word about that.
Yeah,
because he does need to be. You need to be running the ball so they think you're going to run the ball, so you can create space for other players, right? He's sort of doing what our halves last year were doing.
What do you reckon? Why are they not playing Hetherington much?
Don't know.
Why is he played fuck all the whole year?
Yeah. Oh, he was injured at the start.
No, I know, but then he's like come back
minutes wise.
Yeah, he played 16 minutes, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fucking weird.
It is weird. It's like, why are you carrying
Matt Croker played 27.
Yeah. I don't.
It doesn't make sense.
Were Townsville weather? Like, were they blowing? I don't know.
No, he's been like that all year since he's come back.
Right.
He hasn't played more than like 15, 16 a game.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
One,
Maybe they're just they get the impact out of him.
Yeah.
They need.
He has 6 runs for 46 meters.
Yeah, so what, like 8 meters, 9 meters a run. Yeah. It's not the worst.
6 runs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Jacob Saff was good. He was good coming back. Put a big hit on too. It was fucking sick.
It was good. I just think it's going to be it's time, right?
Yeah.
Get Ponga back, getting these players back. Adamelli will come back in a couple weeks.
You're looking better.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
You
can see what you're trying to do, and normally I look at you normally and go, I don't know what your fucking plan is, mate. Yeah. You can see what your game plan is, and it's I'm actually starting to like what they're doing, and I'm happy tipping them now, because I'm like, okay, I can see what they're building for.
Yeah. You can do it with a bit of confidence.
Yeah. Just before we go, on to the next game, what do you think of Ponga coming back? We haven't touched on it.
Yeah.
How do you feel like he went?
He looked obviously like you would think he would look coming back from head knocks.
Yeah.
He'd shine away a little bit. He didn't really touch the ball in the first half.
Yeah, I watched him closely when he came on. I didn't really watch the game.
No,
I was just watching
the same.
him.
Yeah. And as the game got to halftime, I think he was happy to get to halftime.
Yeah.
And
he looked nervous.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah, 100%.
But then he started to have that. He had 1 or 2 runs, and he's like, oh, and then he broke the line a little, and then he got into the game.
Yeah. As the second half went on, he built into it, and you could see, he's getting his confidence a bit. Yeah.
But he played probably the role we've been talking about him needing to play.
Yes. Don't
Hands
overplay
off,
it.
Just stay out of it. Yeah. When it comes your way, do your magic. Do what you need to do. But he still let Hastings run the game.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say if that was just because he was trying to have that backward step because he was just trying to find his game again. Yeah. Or if it will come back in.
Yeah.
Well, but he needs to stay in that role.
Yeah. He did say, in his jersey presentation for his 100th game, that he just wants to do his part for the team.
Yeah.
He loves what they've
I think he's that type of guy. I don't see an ego with him either, man.
Yeah. He just wants to make the team better.
No.
And I think he will. He obviously will.
Yeah.
But it'll just be how he does it.
Yeah.
And he just needs to take the hands off a bit and be like, all right.
Yeah.
But then you want him to get in the game too, right? So it's going to be a fine balance.
Correct, yeah. And I think it was a good balance the second half.
Yeah.
He did his part well.
Yeah.
And I reckon even if he started, you might have won that, you know, but he was obviously first game back.
But
I kind of like that decision.
Gamble too, though, right?
No.
He's good, man.
He's good, man. Yeah. And he's great having that sort of person in your team because you always need someone like him. You know, I always say you need a bit of that cunt in your team.
100%.
And he's a great one to come on and do his job. You know? Be interested to see what his role is moving forward, though, if Ponga's not going off. Like where he's going to play. Is he just coming for Crossland or...
Yeah, or coming for man or something like play 13.
Yeah.
He's a big body. Like he's not a small 5A.
Yeah.
No, it'll be interesting to see. This week will be interesting.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next game's a fucking weird one. So Dolphins, Titans, that finished 28-26.
Yeah. I didn't watch the game.
Yeah.
But I checked the score at halftime and it was 26-0 or fucking whatever it was.
Yeah, it was like 26-6.
Yeah.
I watched the first half and then so it was 26-6 and I went and had a nap and then I was like what the fuck? I checked the thing, it was 28-26.
Yeah.
And then I watched the Teo Mini in the second half just to catch up. But fuck, man. Like it was weird. The Titans were so good like the first half that I watched and they were just so dominant and it shows you like the firepower they have.
Yeah.
Like Brimson was fucking killing it.
Yeah.
They were just strolling. It was all just through the middle as well. And it was more like, okay, yeah, Titans were good, but fuck, there was some questionable defense from the Dolphins. They just didn't turn up in the first half. I don't know, like they just weren't on.
Yeah.
And it was just all through the middle.
Obviously something happened at half time.
Yeah, dude. And I didn't even know if like, I've seen this a lot, like apparently like Bennett's not much of like a talker. Like I don't know if he would have probably just put the onus back on them and been like, oh, you's fucking turned up like that. Now you just need to
get yourself out of it,
you know?
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah, fucking hell, they did.
That's a crazy comeback. I don't think the Titans scored a point in the second half.
No,
so.
it was the biggest comeback in NRL, or equal biggest comeback in NRL history.
I thought that was weird. I thought it'd be more than that.
That's what I thought too. Fucking hectic though.
Was it just like the NRL era?
Yeah,
probably?
like 25 years.
Yeah.
97 or 98 or whatever it was.
And then it just comes back to, okay, Dolphins had some questionable defense for sure, but they shored that up. It was probably more of an attitude thing in that first half, and they got that right.
Yep.
You know, Titans, it seems to be a weekly occurring thing.
Yeah.
43 missed tackles.
It was like this last year.
Fuck.
You know, they would be getting beat by, well, sometimes it go the other way around.
At what point does Holbrook, like, in trouble?
Fuck, I thought he already would have been.
Well, yeah, but I haven't heard anything about it. And just every year, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, good team. They've got a great team
on paper, yeah.
Why aren't they doing anything?
I don't know.
And why are they losing those games?
Yeah, that's an unlosable game.
That's like horrible, man.
Yeah.
To lose that game's unforgivable.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally unforgivable. You can't lose that shit.
No. That's fucking imagine the fans.
What have you said to them at halftime for them to just not come out?
He must have said,
you'd be up 26-6.
He must have said, we're going out for beers tonight, boys. Don't worry about the rest of it.
I cannot fathom how you lose that game, bro.
Yeah, it's
I know you have one of those games every now and then. They've done it fucking way more than once, dude.
Yeah.
They do it heaps. They have about 4 of these in a season.
Yeah.
Where they'll be in front by like fucking 18 points or whatever and they get beat.
Yeah.
Happens all the time, dude.
Yeah.
I
feel for their fans.
I feel for their fans too, man.
Yeah.
They're not many of them, but fuck, I feel for them. Like,
yeah, rough, man.
All the stats here, other than like the missed tackles, are pretty even. Like, completion rate's exactly the same. Dolphins had a little bit more time in possession, 54 to 46. It's all pretty even. It's just purely like an attitude thing, man. I don't know what happened in that second half, bro. Like, they just didn't show up, as we said.
Yeah.
Didn't come out at halftime. They thought they had it won. It's a classic case, eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Have you see that Robert Jennings thing when he like caught the ball?
What the fuck?
He just stopped.
Yeah. He's come out and said he thought there was someone on him.
How? You honestly feel him or not?
Yeah, legit.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we said, we didn't watch a lot of the game, man, so I can't really talk too much more else on it.
Yeah, it was a coin flip and that's what happened.
Fodawaker big again. I said about last week as well. We had another 222 run meters this week, 71 post contact.
Yeah,
so he was really solid. And then I guess the Dolphins, it was good. Kafusi was solid on that right edge. He'll be good, especially with Kenny back this week.
Yeah,
coming back in for next week. Sorry. But yeah, like no one stood out. No one had huge stats for the Dolphins. They just do what they do, man. Everyone pulls in the right direction and they
plug along and they get the result there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. The last game that has been played so far for the round is the Tigers Sea Eagles. That one finished 16-22. How'd you see that one, dude? Weird one,
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Could have, it looked like they were going to get beat. Manly.
Well, yeah. When they scored that, Tigers scored that try to go in front, I was like, this is it.
Could be
Might be their
embarrassing.
first game, and then they just don't know how to win at the moment, man.
They don't. Yeah. And Manly just looked
It wasn't
shot.
even like Manly's try to win was pretty dodgy as well. It was just that sub sort of catch. It was nothing really on. Nothing really happened.
No.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, dude, it was 3 tries each.
Yeah.
They just had 2 penalty goals and a conversion extra.
Yeah.
So it was
close.
Pretty even game.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
It wasn't that.
You're worrying for Manly more so than
losing Tommy as well.
Yeah.
Almost, I don't want to say this because I sound like a dickhead, but they almost look better sometimes with Garrick at fullback.
He's good.
It's weird.
Yeah.
If Tommy's playing like he was when he Dally
2021, you
100%
every day of the week,
100%.
Yeah,
but
consistently.
But since then, and when he has played sporadically, like Garrick's looked better.
Yeah.
They look a better team with him at fullback.
Yeah. Well, I think they played so much footy with him there last year.
Yeah.
It's more
He's a
what they
solid
know,
fullback,
right?
man.
He's good.
We
try to get him. Yeah.
Fullback.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, Manly right now, man. As I said, they're probably I need to see a bit more from them, just in terms of their games, maybe coming up. Like, it's so weird because they'll play like the Storm last week and be fucking dominant and look awesome. Like when they play at Brookie and shit, they look great, but then they just go away and they it's like an attitude thing, bro. I don't know.
It is like, we don't need to perform away from home.
Yeah, like other than Olakuatu, who had 111 running meters, and then Sipley had 113, so nothing massive. Their forward pack was Aloie, 89 run meters. Kepi had 46. Aaron Woods had 48. Jake Javojevic 40. Lachlan Croker 14. Paseka had 99. Schuster had 47. No one had any.
It's not much.
Fuck all.
Yeah.
Brad Parker 44. Like no one had solid meters, man. The biggest meter he did was Tommy, and he went off.
And he went off.
And he had 157 meters, but 62 of them were kick return meters. So you take that off. That's under 100 as well.
And like against the Tigers, you would have been expecting like 3 or 5 outside backs to get
rolled.
like 150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
what's happening there, dude? You know, like no
was it
one's
just an off game. I don't know.
It's fucking weird, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a strange one.
And poor Tigers. I mean, not poor. I don't really want them to win any games.
It's kind of funny now.
It is funny.
Like I'm like, keep the streak going.
Yeah.
Something to talk about. But
Same.
If I was their fans, I'd be fucking spewing.
Spewing.
But yeah, I thought they had that one.
Same. It could have been anything at the end there, but just don't know how to win.
Yeah,
don't know how to win.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about what's his name? Didn't come back in either. Laurie.
Yeah.
Do you reckon why are they?
Is he on the nose?
I seen something about like they're saying, it's an experiment of us playing him in reserve grade is what thing Sheen said.
It's such a load
An
of shit.
experiment. What do you mean?
Play your best players in your team.
What does that even mean?
He doesn't even know what it means. He's just saying shit.
I know. You look at like fucking Tigers meters and shit. They were dominant in terms of their meter, like overall meters compared to thing. They should have easily probably won. Bateman was not good. He made a bunch of mistakes. Like he's probably just trying too hard, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You get desperate, right, when you haven't won a game.
Yeah. So hard for them, man. I think they've got a tough couple of games coming up too. So
they've got Panthers this week.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't see him winning anytime soon. Appy was good. I give him that.
Yeah, he was.
Appy was probably his best
Staines
game
was
of the
pretty
year.
good.
Staines was solid.
That fullback wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Buller.
Buller. So why is he coming in instead of Laurie? They just don't rate him. They can't see him being in too much longer. Eh? It's all good. All right, let's do a really quick preview of the 2 games coming up for the weekend. Obviously, tomorrow it will be today by the time this comes out, is the Roosters Dragons. So big Anzac Day game.
Yep.
What do you reckon, man, with this one? Obviously, we've got our tips in, but what do you see? How do you see this going?
Yeah, I think the Roosters.
Yeah.
I think last year was similar. Like they were a bit patchy at the start.
Yeah.
They come to this game, dominate St. George, and then that's sort of where they pick up.
They did. They kind of went still a bit hit and miss, because then we won this one quite well. We had a bit of a shit game. Then we came to it in the Magic round where we beat the Eels. And then we had a bit of a shit patch. And then we hit that form when we versed the Panthers. There was that game when we got beat, but we should have won that. We had a bunch of calls. But then, like, you saw what we wanted to do. Like, we figured out that game plan. And then from there, we went on that huge run.
Yeah.
And we just need to find that thing that's going to get us into that.
This week is where it will start.
It could do, yeah. I think we've got this game, then we got the Warriors away, and then we got into that Eels in the Magic round. So
it's tracking like how you want it to.
This is probably our strongest team. Like, you take Walker out, there or thereabouts anyway. It's pretty close to our
it's pretty strong
team. You know, Momirovski's back in at centre. Thank the Lord Jesus he didn't put fucking Hutchinson at 4. If he put Hutchinson at 4, I would have just fucking probably not watched the game. I'm not. Kidding. I wouldn't have. So it's good to see Moma's back in.
Yeah. Crichton's in.
Tupanua's in. It's going to be interesting to see what they do there. If they start Crichton or not.
It seems like they're going to play him off the bench.
The weird thing is they tried him on the right last year when they swapped him and Satili around, and it never worked, and they switched him back. And Angus has such a good combination with Luke Keary. But now Luke Keary's playing on the right because he's a halfback now. So it's like, what's happening there? Or do they keep Manu on the right, play him on the left still?
Possibly.
It's going to be interesting to see, even though he's halfback, if he plays what side he plays. You may as well just keep him on the left.
Yeah.
Manu defends normally on the right anyway. Just defend him there.
Yeah, change too much.
I think it's probably the easiest way of doing it. Satili normally plays on the right edge. Egan, not really an edge player, but been playing on the left. You probably just would rather keep him there. Maybe you just play him for a little bit. You bring Angus on, or you leave. Maybe you play Satili on the right to start and bring Angus off the bench, or put him onto the left edge and then bring Egan back through the middle or something. Interesting to see how they play that around. It'll be good. Be good to see. Bench is fucking strong this week. Phil White, Matt Lodge, Satili Tupanua, and then my mate Drew. So if you didn't love Drew as much, I would have even liked to see Walker at 14. Yeah. He's a good 14. He can always come on and do that role. Yeah. You know?
He just they just want him to drop back, don't they?
Yeah. Get something.
Yeah.
Dragons, they've got a pretty strong team, bro. Looking at the team, it's pretty strong, pretty much their full strength side. I think we'll just have a bit too much for them. I can't see them doing too much. But you never know with these Anzac Day games. They're always pretty close normally. Yeah. So
it'll be good.
Be a good game. Yeah. One of my favourite games of the year.
Yeah, same.
Last one is the Storm Warriors. I think Warriors have a pretty shocking record in this round, but they've been playing pretty well. So good to see Nick Meaney's back. He'll be big for him. Yeah. Thought Warbrick's been pretty big for the Storm as well.
Yeah, definitely.
The last few weeks. I think it's really just going to come down to how, the big three sort of play.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, the Big Nelson's back too.
Yeah, I think Storm will be too strong, man. It's at Melbourne too.
Yeah.
They just don't lose this game.
They never lose this game. No. So be interesting to see how
it all plays out.
Yeah. I think Wade Egan's out too. Looks like Freddie Lussick's playing at 9. So I think they'll probably just be too strong. I can't. Yeah.
You look across both teams. And
I thought Walker was at 6 last week for Warriors, so it'd be good to see him fire again.
Yep.
Shawnee Johnson's been killing it, so I think it'll be closer than normal in this game. Like normally this is a big blowout, so hopefully they put up a good fight, the Warriors, and maybe they can get up the upset, which would be cool. But
that'd be cool. See what
much more to see there.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit our tips for the week. So the first game we've got is Sharks Cowboys.
Sharkies.
Sharks. I've got the Sharks as well. I think I'll be too strong there. Eels Knights.
Newy.
Yeah, I got the Knights as well. I just feel like they're playing some good footy, man.
Yeah.
I feel like they can get the win.
Hope so.
Broncos Rabbits.
Rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going Rabbits too. I think they're starting to click now, and Broncos just aren't.
They're missing
right
a
there.
couple
They're
too.
Yeah. They've got Hass out. They'll have Mam out. They're missing a few. Exactly right.
Yeah. I think Rabbits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Raiders Dolphins.
It's a coin flip, isn't it?
It is. It depends what Raiders turn up, man.
Yeah. And it's in Canberra.
Yep.
Yeah, Canberra.
I read Dolphins.
Yeah. There you go. One different.
Yeah. Manly Titans.
Manly.
Yeah, Manly. I can't back Titans up
No
what they did
way.
last week.
No.
Panthers Tigers.
Panthers.
Tigers. Nah, Panthers.
Yeah.
Warriors Roosters.
Roosters.
Roosters?
Yeah, Roosters.
Yeah, I'll go the Roosters.
Yeah.
And then the Dragons and Bulldogs, another 50-50.
So 50-50. Dragons.
I'll go the Dogs.
Yeah.
I think they're playing good footy.
They are, yeah.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, mate. That's it for another week. If you haven't, please subscribe on our YouTube, on our Instagram. Like it as well. It really helped the podcast grow a little bit. If you can, please do that. That's it for another week. We will see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.